Peace. This is a Meat and Potato Sources production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is This is not the age of Aquarius. I know you have heard a lot of propaganda, but unfortunately for astrologers who I'm sure that I will get scholastically stoned for this is not the age of Aquarius. That is misinformation that has been propagated, and it really picked up steam during the so-called revolutionary era that went on in the mid to late 60s. But this is not the age of Aquarius. As a matter of fact, each sign is really behind. And what I mean by that is signs go backwards as opposed to what you may think. So in time, a so-called age or aeon happens, it will stay in that sign for exactly 2,160 years before it goes on to the next sign. So I say all this to say this. You are in the age of Pisces. This is not the age of Aquarius. You are still in the age of Pisces. And as I've always argued back and forth with astrologers who have had a very contentious bone to pick with me, because I was having this passionate dialogue with them over 20 years ago. And I was talking about how Western tropical astrology is wrong. And I'm not the first one to say this. Edgar Casey, he was putting forth this argument, and then there was a book that came out by a technical writer named Stephen Smith. And the name of that is Astrology 14, hardcover, very hard to get. It came out in 1969, and he was talking about how this basically astrology is like 2,000 years behind. And then he followed it up with a book called Astrology 14, Casting Your Horoscope, and you could do it manually. That book came out in 1974. Now, he did have some mistakes and some errors in his work, but his premise was sound. And the reason that people refuse to change is because astrology is a multi-million-dollar business. So imagine saying everything that you've been putting out there to people who want to know about, should this be the right time astrologically to move? And also, do you know how much money you can make just off of astrological compatibility? Let that sink in for a moment. And you have to look, they were giving clues. I can give you an example. When Obama was sworn in, who was he sworn in by? Judge Charles Ogletree, who was a mentor to him and his wife, Michelle. And what was Obama's constant message to the masses? Change and hope that you can believe in. What does the Pisces sign believe in? Well, one aspect is belief. Now, belief is powerful because that's the greatest vehicle you can have when you're dealing with magic and trying to make sure that your incantations come to fruition. And I'm going to say this for people that really want to be in denial. The astrology that you have and the astrology that politicians have with true astrological makers, totally different. If you really want some real sound astrology, you would have to study Shadril or so-called Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology is more correct. And when you look at it, the age of Aquarius does not officially begin until 2160. In other words, that's the 22nd century. So many people won't even be around for that. And one thing about the age of Pisces, it is connected to deities, as well as a certain individual who, whether you believe in him or not, that's inconsequential. I could care less about that. But Pisces is connected to Yeshua or Jesus, but not just him. It's connected to Neptune, Poseidon, Aphrodite, Typhon, Vishnu, as well as Inanna. That's who Pisces is connected to when you're working with that type of energy. Now, Pisces also deals with sacrificing for those that you love. But here's the flip side of that coin. Pisces also deals with standing up to those that oppress you. Not being the doormat for anyone and anybody. So that's very important to know. So it's not like, you're here to be Mother Teresa or something like that. No, it's to come into your power. That is what Pisces is dealing with. And as this is also one of the energies that Aphrodite work with, yes, Aphrodite is a goddess of love and sexuality, but Aphrodite also can put you in your place because she has a warrior aspect. And we all know that her sister Athena definitely does. So that's the energy that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the Aeon of Pisces, not Aquarius. And like I said, the reason that a lot of people aren't going to really adjust to that because it's too much money involved. Period, point blank. And many people may think that they're a particular sign and they're actually a sign ahead. And like I said, this information has been up here, but you have people that act like impudent children. Well, I was born a Scorpio. That's what I am. I don't want to be a Libra. Or I don't want to be a Virgo. This is how people talk. So the whole thing is let them be what they want to be, but this definitely is not the age of Aquarius. So with that, that is your meat and potato astrology for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.